What is good, y'all? Mikey T, the movie star, here with some breaking news. Dr. Dre, that's right, the king of chronic, Dr. Dre, had an opportunity to do a business venture with cookies. That's right, you guys, the cookies brand. The cookies brand of chronic put out by Burner, the man who made it big after posting on World Star with the Trippy Sticks. Dr. Dre could have been one of the many rappers who did a business venture with Burner, and hell, I think the bud could have been called The Chronic. It probably would have generated Dr. Dre 100, $200 million in the early, point of collaboration. But Dre is $1 billion dude at this point. Dr. Dre is literally probably the first billionaire rapper in hip hop after his ventures with Jimmy Iovine, after his ventures doing Beats by Dre. Hell, we even know Dr. Dre notoriously rapped about Eminem moving 50,000 units a week. You know what I mean? He moves 50 a week, Dre said. This could have been another product on the shelves that Dr. Dre had. I think it would have been major. But I want to point out that Burner's cookies brand has only grown. It's a $1 billion industry pretty much. So Burner going on Bootleg Kevin doing this interview and letting the world know that he had a collaboration that he wanted to do with Dr. Dre. I just think it's major. Now, this is something that could happen in the future. You know what I mean? Any point in the future, this could happen. Burner's probably always doing collaborations with rappers, and I think a collaboration with Dr. Dre would be major. So apparently, Dr. Dre once agreed to a meeting with Burner about getting into the weed business, but humbly turned down the offer, saying that he wanted to approach it from a more secure space. Now, this was said during an interview with Bootleg Kev. He wanted to do it, approach it from a more secure space. Back in the day when marijuana had first become legalized, everybody was wondering what was going to happen to it. You know what I mean? Everybody was wondering if they were going to buy into the stock of it. You know what I mean? Nowadays, just to open up one of these businesses, it costs quite a bit of money. But a lot of these industries are actually making millions upon millions of dollars. Maybe Dr. Dre didn't see the approach coming. Maybe Dr. Dre didn't want to be signed under another brand. Maybe Dre wanted to start it all himself. So apparently the Cookies boss, Burner, revealed that he pitched a strain to the NWA veteran 3 or 4 years ago, but his plan never came to fruition. Burner said Dre sat down with me and I showed him a jar of what we wanted to call the Chronic. He said it was by far the best looking weed we've ever produced. It was incredible, beautiful. It was orange, purple, funky, stanky. It looked like it was out of a effing movie. That's how good the bud looked. I mean, we all know Dr. Dre's name is synonymous with the term the Chronic. You know what I mean? The man has had two of, I dare say, the most classic albums ever to be released in hip hop with the name. So Burner, being quite a successful businessman, literally coming from the bottom, started from the bottom, now he's all the way on top. Realistically, the guy went from weed strains, linking with Taylor Gang, to now taking over an industry which is, almost as popular as Nike. Let's be real. Weed is almost as popular as Nike at this point. So Dre possibly could get involved with cookies in the future. But Dre is the type of dude that just already has all of his ducks in a row. You know what I mean? Dre even shelved the Detox album. You know what I mean? Dre isn't going to put a product out there that he feels is less than what his career caliber is. So like I said, we're just going to have to wait. Will we ever get to taste the Chronic that Dr. Dre has famously smoked throughout the years, when we've heard rappers like 50 Cent and Eminem and, you know what I mean, other rappers like Tony Yayo in the game talk about going to Dre's studio and seeing, Scott Storch has told me about it, seeing the jars of the Chronic. Will we ever see it in our stores? Hopefully we do. You know, I'm one of the biggest Dr. Dre fans. I think he's probably got the best smoking records out. You know what I mean? You got the next episode. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that smoking record, smoking strip club record, up against any of the other records out there that are smoking joints. Put it in the comments, man. What were your favorite smoking records of all time? Drop it in the comments. What rappers would you like to see do a collaboration with Cookies? You know what I mean? Rick Ross has done several with Cookies. I think Wiz did one. I'm not too sure. I think Wiz might have did one with Cookies as well. But yeah. What rappers do you want to see collaborate with Burner? You know what I mean? Hit the like button, share this video one time. You're going to start to see a lot more news videos like this. Dr. Dre turned down Cookies. Hey, the man's getting too much money from Beats by Dre. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.